Sunrise in Marrakech, Casablanca to Marrakech. Marrakech, and the day is self-love. My question to you is, when did you first discover you were selfish? Who told you that you're selfish? What was the reason behind their decision to teach you about selfishness? One of the things about self-love is that there is a difference between selfish and self-loving. Self-caring is the term we're using today to be able to introduce the concepts of self-love and selfishness. Many of the greatest scholars talk about selfishness as actually being very good. One of my teachers, Osho from India, talks about selfish is honoring oneself. By honoring oneself, one can rise above many of the common jealousies, anger, rage, common emotions that trigger and actually take over the unconscious being. So self-love, and one of the things that we're discovering here in Marrakech, is to explore ways that one can love themselves without necessarily being angry at others, jealous of others. Think about, in fact, explore your relationship with selfishness. Who taught you it? Was it your grandmother or your grandfather? What were they worried about, or what was their greatest fear as for you as a child not sharing candy or not sharing with the other kids? They were probably motivated by fear that you were going to be greedy or unwilling to share. One of the things that's beautiful as you discover self-love, self-care, is placing yourself first is a good thing. Taking care of your body. In fact, today we had two people decide it's got to be self-care days. They weren't feeling well. They chose to stay in a room, to cleanse and clear, to release, which is often part of really taking your self-love to the next level, is that you put a priority on self-care. By being self-caring, one can be much more loving. Like yourself, love yourself. The steps to really discovering self-love is to explore the roots of selfishness, to nurture a healthy self-care program for yourself. And that's one of the big things that we're really discovering. And we're working with people one-on-one to develop a personal self-care program. If you're one of these people that's always putting everyone else in front of you, always prioritizing family members, office workers, all of your friends, anyone on the street that you meet, always prioritizing them over yourself, perhaps a self-care program will work best for you. Contact me. We'll discuss it. We'll explore ways that you can explore selfishness, develop your self-care program, and truly enhance and embrace the concept of self-love. And then, just perhaps, your relationship with selfishness will switch, and you'll be able to be, and you'll look to be, even more loving on a day-to-day basis. This is Dave Rogers wishing you the very, very best from Marrakech in Morocco.